Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long, just been really busy with school. As you can see, the shelters have fared pretty good. Still holding up. That one I stayed in a while back. And it's still holding up pretty good. We wrapped the tarp around it because that's kind of like a little hangout spot with a fire. Anyway guys, we're going to do a solo overnight in a snow fort shelter. This is one of my first shelters I ever built. It fell down because it just made it of sticks and stuff, but made that with my mom about 7 years ago. Pretty cool. Now this is the sketchy part. You guys can't see it, but it is pretty steep here. So if I fall, be glad it's on camera. Ooh. Made it. I've already been down here and already made the shelter. As you can see, there it is right there. Low profile, but does the job. We're here. In the summertime, this is a beautiful swimming spot and it's on our property, so it's kind of private and secluded, which is awesome. Don't worry guys, I know where the water starts and where the start of the beach ends, so don't worry guys. That is about 3 feet away, and don't worry, I won't be falling in. There's a bridge being built over there. Beautiful spot. What I did is just make a backpack hanger to keep my stuff off the ground and dry, because it's the worst thing when you wake up and all your stuff that's supposed to be dry is wet. So just keep that in mind if you're going camping. Keep your stuff all high and dry. We are supposed to be getting some rain tonight. I'm not too worried about it because I'm under a good tarp. But I don't know. It just seems like a good night to camp. It's only like, it's actually like really nice out today. It's like +5. So it's a good time to camp. So I'm just gonna get all my pack unstuffed and gonna set up my camp for tonight. So I bought a new piece of equipment. It's a just a normal backpacking camping mini blow up inflatable mattress, and I'm gonna test it out. It's actually pretty thick material and durable. It's kind of like a 45-gallon drum liner thickness. It's pretty thick, and it's like puncture resistant, and it's waterproof, so thought it'd be good for this application. It's already like a quarter of the way inflated, so that's what I like about these types of blow-up air mattresses. So now that I got my air mattress set up, I'm just gonna put in here. That fits kind of well. I can measure this out pretty good. The paper birch. It's great for fire lighting because of all the flammable bark. And normally it's always dry, especially in like downpours and rain. It's really close to the tree and it stays dry mostly because these birch like to grow up through other trees. So it normally sheds all the rain off onto the other trees. So this stuff is Really good for fire tinder and starting because it's full of sap and it's always like paper dry. So if you're ever out in the wilderness and you need to start a fire, you can start this with a ferro rod, flint, or a lighter, or even matches. It'll always work. When you want to turn tinder into a flame, you got to find small, dead, dry sticks. Good place to find that is on the bottom of pine trees or fir trees. They're always dry because the top of the tree is normally always has green needles, which shed the water off. And they're very flammable because it's full of pine sap and pine pitch, which is basically as flammable as gasoline once it gets heated. I collected all these pine boughs, dead pine branches earlier, and these are going to be making for a great fire tinder. And all of this is just birch bark that my mother so kindly got it all and brought it back. And I'm just going to show you how flammable this birch bark is. When you see a lot of smoke, especially with birch bark and just any fire in general, it's because you're most likely smothering the fire, but it's kind of a necessary evil in cold conditions like this because you need a lot of heat and a lot of flame to get the wood burning. Like I was talking about earlier, all these are just pine trees, and all these sticks, they're dead, and they're under most pine trees, especially older ones, and they make for good firewood because they're always dry because they're under all the pine boughs, and they're always flammable because they're full of pine sap and pine tar. So collect as much of these as you can because you need a lot of firewood to get actual logs going. Hey guys, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm gonna hit the hay. It's fire's going pretty good. It's like 25 degrees in here, which is really nice. And I'm just gonna hit the hay and go to bed right now. Catch y'all in the morning. Good morning. It is 10 after 7, and that was the best sleep of my life right there, in a shelter. Just the sound of the waterfall, because there's like rapids and a little tiny like dip in the river down there, and so it kind of like sloshes around, and I think you might be able to hear it. It's just so peaceful around here. No cars or anything, because obviously there's no bridge, so it was just amazingly quiet and peaceful. Oh, that fire was so warm last night. The fire, it was like 25 degrees and rising in here. Like I was sweating, and that was me sitting still, and I was sweating in here, and it was like 2 degrees outside. So I'm gonna call that success, and I'm gonna get up, make some boiled eggs, and then I'm going to get some pine bough tea. I've heard people like that, and I'm gonna try it now. So let's get up. Officially the worst part of camping. Getting up out of your warm and cozy sleeping bag out into the cold. What I'm doing is just digging out a little hole in the fire pit. That is like as hot as a fire because it's been heated up all night. What I'm gonna do is grab my eggs. I'm gonna put my eggs right in the fire pit and cover it back up with more coals and ash. and that'll cook the eggs. I just went and collected these pine boughs, and I heard that these are basically a nature's multivitamin. What you do is you basically get a bundle, fold it over, and you stick it in your kettle, and you boil it up into a tea. And that tea is just infused with all the aromas and flavors of the actual pine boughs themselves and the vitamins. So that's what I'm going to do. Time to get the tea. Kind of looks like honey. Like if you put honey and green tea together, that's what it looks like. I let this cool. Let's try it. That's actually really good. Tastes kind of like an Earl Grey mixed with a green tea. Not bad. As you can see, it did cook the egg all the way through. And you can actually see where it started to start crisping up on the bottom. So basically, it fried the egg inside the eggshell. But it didn't burn the eggshell, which is interesting. Anyway, let's crack this open and see. Yep, fully cooked. Just like it has been hard boiled. Except we did it in the fire ash. Hard boiled eggs on the camp out. That's good stuff. Thank you all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and just supporting my channel all in general. Thank you so much. This has been Sproutman Tom, and I'm out.